Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some more updates regarding this monkeypox virus that is starting to spread all across Africa, and we've got some huge news that Sweden confirmed their first case of the Clade 1 monkeypox variant outside of Africa. Okay, so this is supposedly the Clade 1 variant is supposed to be more infectious and more deadly and dangerous than the previous variant. So this Clade 1 variant is being talked a lot about right now. It's been spreading a lot in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They've been having lots and lots of cases happening there in some of the nearby regions that are next to the DRC or Democratic Republic of Congo. We talked about that just a couple days ago. Well, now we've got this first confirmed case outside of Africa, and this is in Sweden. And apparently, this person was infected while in part of Africa where there was a large outbreak of the disease. And Olivia Wigzell, as I have on the screen here for you, Director General at the Swedish Public Health Agency, told a press conference. Okay, so this is very big news. And I mean, I'm not reporting this to scare you guys. I'm not reporting this to get everybody rattled up and let's start freaking out over this. But definitely, this is getting a little worrying. And there's a number of reasons why. Obviously, we're right around the corner of an election, and it's interesting the timing of this. I talked about this in my last video, why this is being brought up all of a sudden, but it definitely is starting to spread now that, just what has it been, 48 hours since the World Health Organization declared a global public health emergency regarding the monkeypox virus. So just in 2 days, now all of a sudden we've got these reports that it's in Sweden. So I'm sure other countries are going to start preparing for this. So expect that. Just expect to start seeing crazy things happening again regarding this. Hopefully that does not happen, and hopefully that's not the case. But let's talk some more about this. I've got this article pulled up that's talking about Sweden here. It says on The Guardian, Mpox, Sweden confirms first case of more grave variant outside Africa. Clade 1 case comes after the World Health Organization declares a global public health emergency. It says here, Sweden confirmed its first case of the more contagious variant of Mpox, a viral infection that spreads through close contact, marking the first time it has been found outside Africa. The person was infected while in part of Africa where there was a large outbreak of the disease. Olivia Wigzell, Director General at the Swedish Public Health Agency, told a press conference. Earlier on Thursday, the World Health Organization declared Mpox a global public health emergency for the first time in 2 years after an outbreak in Democratic Republic of Congo that has spread to other countries. Wigzell said the person who had been infected had received care and instructions in line with the health agency's recommendations. China announced Friday it would begin screening people and goods entering the country for Mpox over the next 6 months. People traveling from countries where virus outbreaks have occurred who have been in contact with Mpox cases or display symptoms could take the initiative to declare to customs when entering the country. China's Customs Administration said in a statement, vehicles, containers, and items from areas with Mpox cases should also be sanitized, the statement added. Earlier this year, scientists reported the emergence of deadlier form of Mpox, which can kill up to 10% of those infected in a Congolese mining town, and warned that it might spread more easily. Mpox mostly spreads via close contact with infected people, including through sex. WHO said there have been more than 14,000 cases and 524 deaths in more than a dozen countries across Africa this year, which already exceed last year's figures. So far, more than 96% of all cases and deaths are in a single country, in Congo. The emergence of a case of the European continent could spur a rapid international spread of Mpox, said Lawrence Gostin, a public health expert and professor at Georgetown Law in Washington. A case in Sweden most likely means dozens of undetected cases in Europe. Dr. Brian Ferguson of the University of Cambridge said the case in a Swedish traveler was concerning but not surprising. Given the severity of the spread of the outbreak in Africa, there will likely be more here and in other parts of the world, as there are currently no mechanisms in place to stop imported cases of Mpox happening. So look at that. I mean, just this statement right here alone, okay? There's likely to be more cases popping up around the world. It looks like this is going to happen all over again. I really hope not. Hopefully this thing kind of goes away and the threat is really not as severe as it's being talked about, but this is being widely spread all over the news right now. There's lots of talk of this monkeypox thing really starting to spread in different countries and the potential of it happening all throughout Europe again and potentially the entire world. Okay, so imagine if this thing happens again. Imagine if we have a major virus outbreak. I mean, we saw what happened just a few years ago when the whole C-19 thing broke out. Now this seems much worse. Okay, and something that I was thinking about is when the whole C-19 thing was happening several years ago, it was very difficult to detect whether people had it. Obviously they had to go get tested, right? But now this thing, if this monkeypox, if you end up getting this and you start getting these blisters on your skin, you can't really hide the fact that you have it. So think about how dangerous this is. Okay, people are going to be humiliated to even want to go outside because they're going to have these rashes and blisters on their skin. And, this is going to create mass panic, okay? When you can clearly see that somebody is infected, it's going to create panic, okay? Instead of people guessing as to whether somebody is infected with something, they're going to be able to visually see with their own eyes that somebody is infected. And it's going to create just massive panic all over the world. And people are just going to be freaking out and wanting to stay away from each other. And this thing could just get really out of control. I mean, take a look at this now. I found this as well. This came out today on Newsweek. Mpox detected in California wastewater. Okay, now we're seeing supposedly this Mpox, I don't know if it's the same variant, but Mpox being detected in California wastewater. This was actually in San Francisco. Okay, so now this thing's spreading into wastewater even. I mean, this is getting scary, guys. I mean, there's lots of reports coming out of this thing really starting to spread like wildfire very quickly, okay? All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, the WHO declares monkeypox an international health emergency, okay? Saying that this is a public health emergency and it's international concern. So I don't know. I don't really know what to say. Again, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm not trying to make you, freak out and think that, something bad's going to happen here. But we don't know. We don't know how this thing is going to turn out. It could definitely get very crazy over time. And hopefully that's not the case. And again, it's very interesting because we have an election coming up right around the corner. And if this thing were to get out of control very quickly, this could definitely make people not want to leave their homes, and we could see a worldwide potential shutdown again, and who knows what's going to happen here. But I just wanted to share some of these details with you. Let me show you one last thing here on X that I found from Mario Nafal. Monkeypox, first Sweden, now the UK prepares. The UK has no current cases, but the Health Security Agency is preparing for potential outbreaks with rapid testing and clinical care protocols. Africa CDC reports cases in 16 countries, including Ivory Coast, Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda. The WHO warns the strain could lead to a pandemic. Sweden's health minister confirmed the case was the more severe Clade 1 strain. The UK, which saw 286 cases last year, launched a vaccination program in 2022. The source was originally from Sky News. Okay, so again, if you've got these kinds of blisters on your face and your skin like this, I mean, how can you hide the fact that you are infected? Obviously, this is going to show people that. So I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure really how to report this or really how to bring this to your attention other than to say that watch out for this because this is obviously very dangerous, okay? And I'm not just saying it's dangerous because you could be infected by this, but because this could definitely cause widespread panic throughout the world. And we could definitely see people freaking out much worse than we ever saw before, considering that people can't even hide the fact that they have it like you were able to before, okay? If you had C-19 before, you could walk around and technically have it if you didn't want to tell anybody. You could just have some sniffles, which gets mixed up with a lot of other, yearly infectious diseases that we naturally get, or colds, things like that, okay, that pop up. So this one's definitely going to be hard to hide, okay? So I just wanted to share some of these details with you, let you know what's going on. But Sweden, yeah, confirming that they've got the first case of this Clade 1 monkeypox variant and the first case that we know of outside Africa. So it looks like it's starting to spread to other countries. So just watch out, be careful, watch what you're doing, watch where you're headed. I'd highly recommend try to stay away from, large crowded environments. I mean, I already kind of do that myself. I don't like to go around environments that are crowded with lots of people because there's lots of, obviously terrorism threats and things going on, especially in the United States right now. So just take this into account and watch what you're doing. Pay attention, protect yourself, protect your families and your kids. I hope you guys got something out of this. If you did, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.